Huh?
Seems to be a less messy way to swap the mulch too.
Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about a possible solution for my gardening conundrum. If you watched my video, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, I was showing how I did light tillage this year and no mulch. I was trying to do a very inexpensive garden and a traditional garden because I wanted to compare it to my permaculture garden that requires more inputs and more equipment, more mulch, more fertilizer, more everything. I just wanted to show the difference. And the difference was enormous. My light tillage with a little rototiller and no mulch and very, very limited fertilizer was not even comparable. It was a 10th the output that my normal permaculture garden does. And because of the amount of work that it was, I was only able to plant half the size. And so it was it was good information to have because now I know that I'm on the right path. Experimentation has paid off. I know how to do it successfully and thoroughly and have great results. Here's the problem. Mulch is expensive in my area. I'm in a high desert. We don't have a lot of trees, and so I can't get mulch for free. Also, the fertilizer that I use is chemical fertilizer. It doesn't have herbicides or pesticides, but it is a little slow release pellet that is actual fertilizer, and I apply, I think, 3 times a year. And the reason I use that kind of fertilizer instead of compost is because with my drip systems, my irrigation system, the water needs to be able to flow freely. And so having fluffy compost in the rows means that my water can't flow. So the fertilization is a problem. The other thing is that when I have a tractor come in and till, it costs me almost $100. Last year, the last time I had it done, it was $80. And even though it was thorough and wonderful and it did a great job, tilling means all my mulch that was on top of the paths was now tilled in and I would need to reapply the mulch. So all of these problems are feeding into each other a little bit. And what I want to do is find a system that allows me to use what I have on my property, buy fewer amendments like mulch, and not have to pay somebody to come in to prepare my bed. I kind of want to be able to come at it every year as I left it, instead of having it be a big upheaval and lots of inputs. So, if you've never heard of Helen Atau, I think that's how you say her last name. She is an amazing market gardener extraordinaire. She started out in Montana, and then she went to California, and then she went to Oregon. She has been working on methods to have food production be more grassroots. No pun intended. She's been working to find ways to leave happy bugs in the soil and not use chemical fertilizers that are just there and gone tomorrow instead of feeding the actual soil. She's been working on regenerative agriculture. She sometimes does tillage. It's called strip tillage, where you leave the paths as they are, but you till just the strip that you're going to be planting to. Now that was what I tried to do this year. I was trying really hard, instead of doing a full-on till that churned everything up and put all my mulch into the soil instead of on top of the soil. That's what I tried to do this year. In my soil, it did not work. because my soil gets very compacted very easily, and using a little rototiller just to till a little strip was not thorough enough for what I was trying to do. Also, I didn't add any mulch to the paths. I just used a green path system where I'd go in and weed whacker and just cut the green weeds and green grass down and leave it as mulch. That was what I tried to do. I don't think I was educated enough on how to do it. I think there could have been more prep work. I think I'm missing something if that's going to need to be successful, because I had so much more success with really deep tilling and lots of mulch. But here's the thing. I can't afford to do deep tillage and lots of mulch every year and feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Even with a 5,000 square foot garden, if I have to put $300 to $1,000 worth of mulch on it to keep the weeds down and to keep the beneficial bugs happy and to keep the moisture in, if that's how much I'm having to add to my garden, it's not sustainable unless I'm bringing in a lot of money from that garden. And I don't market garden. I don't sell my produce to other people. So here's why I bring up Helen. She has done a master garden class up at Paul Wheaton's compound. I don't know what else to call it. At his compound in Montana. They've been friends for many, many years. And Paul Wheaton was my original permaculture guru. He's the one that told me to read about Fukuoka-ku. He's the one in Japan that did the regenerative agriculture, where he would grow straw and then chop it and plant clover and plant pumpkins, and everything just kind of helped each other along. He introduced me to Gaia's Garden, which was a really, really big deal for me. Gaia's Garden was below my mind type of a book. He introduced me to Sepp Holzer. So back before permaculture was really a thing, Paul Wheaton was trying to get the word out about permaculture, and I read every book that he recommended, and I listened to all of his podcasts. So now here he has a new guru, a new expert for me to check out, and that's Helen. She's done a class up at his compound about gardening this way, strip gardening with minimal tillage, how to do it the right way. I haven't seen anybody else really get into the nitty-gritty of it. In all my research I've done, I've looked up Charles Dowding, I've looked up The Market Gardener, I've looked up every book I could find, trying to find a solution for what I'm doing. But it sounds like she really has it down. What could be a solution for us? So Sunflower, who works for Paul, reached out to me a week ago, and she asked if I wanted to contribute anything to this Kickstarter. And I told her I would be happy to put in my hotbed greenhouse plans and my regular hotbed plans to be a part of the Kickstarter. And that one right there was eating a weed that had blown in, but they weren't eating, like you see the strawberries? They're not eating the strawberry leaves. Okay, it's April. And this is why I have so many layers. That side is uncovered and fine. This side has tomatoes and basil and stuff, so we're going to leave it covered. Hey guys, I'm just going to take a little shot quickly to show myself uncovering the frost sensitive plants. You can see over here I've got plenty of cold season plants that don't care about the frost. This side is my herb side, and it has tomatoes and celery and basil and that kind of thing. And the way that Kickstarters work is that you have I think it's generally 30 days, 1 month to get the project funded. If the project doesn't get funded, you're not allowed to put the Kickstarter up again for another 6 months or a year. I don't remember how much. But I'm so excited about the information. I want to see the video. They add little cartoon people and everything to her own words, and sometimes it's her out in her field, sometimes it's her in her garden patch, sometimes it's her out in her orchard. So I've seen the a little bit of the uncut video, but it's a lot of footage, and I would much rather have somebody compress it for me and tell me the pertinent facts rather than watching 3 days worth of video and kind of, you know, maybe not being able to digest it as well because it's such a long, drawn out workshop. So they use the money to edit the video and to pay somebody to edit the video and do all the cartoons and everything like that. And it opens today. The Kickstarter opens today, and I'm really excited to be part of it. I think also Justin Rhodes is adding some kind of PDF or something to the Kickstarter giveaways. And then I know that on their last one, Joel Salatin had part of his course go on to one of Paul's Kickstarters. So he's had a lot of people come in and work with him over the years. He has really good success with making these videos something worth watching. So I'm really excited to be part of it. So for the next 30 days, as I think of it, which I'm not very good at remembering things, but if I think of it, I will try to do a little video every day talking about things that I hope this Kickstarter video will solve for me. And if I don't get it every day, hopefully you'll forgive me, but I will try to make the videos interesting. This is that because I'm taking part in the Kickstarter, a little bit of what comes in, if there's extra, a little bit of what comes in from the Kickstarter gets to come back to my homestead as appreciation for having given them my PDF. And it means that I could have some more projects to pay for because I love a good project. But again, the thing I'm the most excited about is getting the video. I want to see what she says I'm doing wrong. Do I need to plant clover? You know, do I need to just have a more powerful, maybe I just need a more powerful rototiller. Maybe the rototiller I was using in my garden this last year just couldn't get deep enough. Maybe I need to get a heavy-duty rototiller to do those strips. Maybe I need to change my watering system. Maybe my watering system, in order for it to really work for me, I can't have a gravity-fed system from the drip lines. Maybe I have to be more efficient in the way that I run my water line so that it can drip and hit each spot and be enough. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. And again, all the information I've ever had from Paul when he's recommended an expert, I've been really grateful that I looked it up. It's really changed the way that I look at my own homestead. Again, he's had Joel Salatin, he's had Justin Rhodes be part of his projects. One of my favorite books he recommended, again, was The One Straw Revolution. And Fukuoka actually trained Helen Atau when she was originally getting into regenerative agriculture. I mean, that's a big wow. But again, yeah, hopefully that's helpful. I will put the link in the description for the Kickstarter. Again, it starts today, Tuesday, and they have all sorts of rewards in there. They have $1 participation, they have $5 participation, they have $10 participation, all the way up to the really big ones where you pay a couple $100, but you get to take a couple of people up to one of Paul's workshops and they feed you and house you while you're there, which I've done that before and it's super fun. So go check it out and we'll talk to you later. All right, so today I need to make some decisions about harvesting. I have a lot of potatoes in here that are taking up a lot of space. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're quite tall. I need to see if I can pull out some baby potatoes. And if I can't pull out baby potatoes, I'm just going to pull out the potato plants anyway, because I need this space for peppers. Hi, little ducks. Did you find what I was harvesting? All right, this is what we look like in here again. Some of the potatoes have bounced back. Some of them are in the process of bouncing back and look really sad. I kind of just want to cut them back. But I can see they're putting on new growth on the sides, and so that would be kind of mean. I'm out here looking to see if I have anything that I can tidy up from when I've come out and cut greens. But it looks like everything is kind of filled back in. Like this, for instance. I don't like how untidy this looks, so I think in this spot I'm going to come in and cut everything down to the ground. And maybe harvest some other things for the pigs. And I might come in here. I don't think my fig got enough water through the winter. I don't think it did, because I'm seeing brown wood and not green wood. So I don't think it made it. So I think I'm going to fill this spot where I had the fig in with dirt. And we'll try again outside instead of in the hotbed, because I think it just dried out too much while I was filling it up with rabbit manure. Hi, Trouble. And this is why we have this gate, is to keep the animals out once I have things uncovered. I'm going to water the tomatoes, because I'm pretty sure they need some water. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think you got to lift more.